Hello all, welcome to another video of Btech. So today we will discuss Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem is really helpful in reducing a complex circuitry. I'll show you one. See, this circuit contains many resistors, 2 current source, 1 voltage cell. So this is a little complex one, and if you need to find a current through one branch, let's say AB, what we usually do is we start from the main branch where the voltage cell is there and we get the main current from that, and by using mesh analysis or the current division rule etc. and etc. we will get the value of the current that passes through AB, isn't it? But let me say you that if we use Thevenin's theorem, we can easily get the current through this particular branch AB without even knowing the current that is in the intermediate points. Okay, so let's see how it's done. So the theorem says that the complete circuitry can be simplified to one single cell and a resistor connected in series across this terminals AB. Okay, and we can paste the same resistor RL, that is load resistor. Okay, the resistor connected to the terminus that we are considering is called load resistor RL, and we can paste the same RL across over here also. Okay, anyway, this complete circuitry is simplified to one single cell, a resistor and the same load resistor. Okay, so this EMF source is called Vth and this is Rth, where Vth is Thevenin's voltage and Rth is Thevenin's resistor. So once we get the values of Vth and Rth, we can form a Thevenin circuit. Okay, and later on we can do the calculations related to this RL. Okay, so I will get you one circuit. See, this is the question. Reduce into Thevenin circuit. That is, the complete circuitry has to be converted into a Thevenin model, like a voltage cell and a resistor that is connected across the terminals AB. That is, AB is your load terminal. Okay, and this voltage cell is called Vth, that is Thevenin voltage, and this is your Thevenin resistor. So let's start finding Rth first. Okay, finding Rth. Okay, for that you have to follow 3 rules. That is, first one is remove load resistor. Actually, there is no load resistor connected to this terminal, isn't it? As I have said, this AB is the load terminal, and sometimes in the question some resistor will be connected across this AB. So if such a resistor is connected, then you must remove that load resistor, but we can skip this first step because load resistor is not connected to our question. Okay, and the next step is open circuit current source. Okay, and third one is short circuit voltage source, which means here we have one current source and one voltage source. So you have to open this. That means just remove this 6 ampere current source and get the terminal blank, and the 4 volt must be short circuit, that is just short it. Okay, let's redraw the circuit. As I have said, let us remove the current source and keep this blank, and also let's short the voltage source. Okay, and now next thing is we have to get the resistance value. So let's get the resistance value from this load side. Okay, we have to look from this side and get the reduced resistance value. Okay, so while looking from this end, we can see that 8 and 2 are connected in series because one is continuous to the second resistor, that is 2 ohm. So 8 plus 2, and that value is in parallel to this 10 ohm, isn't it? So 8 plus 2, 10, parallel 10. So 10 by 2 is equal to 5 ohm. Okay, there's a formula, that is, if there are n equal resistors, each of r ohm, then the net value is r by n. So here 10 divided by 2 equal resistors, so 10 divided by 2 is 5 ohms. So 5 ohms is your RTH. It's that simple. And next step is to get the value of VTH, isn't it? VTH. For that, we require the same circuit. Just need to remove the load resistor, but here fortunately we do not have the load and we have to keep the current source as such. Okay, I just pasted the question and I must remove the load resistor, but here in this question there is no load resistor, so let's skip that portion. And now next is VTH is actually the voltage that is across the load terminal. Okay, so this is the VTH value, or the voltage across AB is the Thevenin's voltage. But remember that we must not have the load resistor connected to this terminal. But here in this question there is no load resistor, so let's not bother. Now, how to get the voltage? Across this terminal? Okay, so let us say that voltage across AB is equal to the voltage across the 10 ohm resistor. Why? Because AB and 10 ohm are connected in parallel, and for parallel connections voltages are the same, isn't it? And here there is a current source coming up. So let us transform this current source. Okay, why? Because it is very easy when we have only voltage source coming in the circuit. When there is a combination of voltage source and current source, it becomes quite difficult for us to proceed. So let's transform this current source to a voltage source. Okay, so what is the source transformation? Source transformation. That is, we can transform a current source to voltage source, also vice versa, voltage source to current source. That is, a current source, if you have a current source of I ampere which is in parallel to a resistor, that is R ohms. Okay, this current source can be transformed to a voltage source. Since the arrow is shown upwards, let us have the positive terminal like this, because from positive only current emerges, right? So this current source can be converted to a voltage source, but the resistor to be connected must be in series. Okay, so this is the transformation type, the model. The current source which is in parallel to the resistor can be converted to a voltage source which is in series to the same resistor R. And what is the value for this voltage source? It is just I into R. Okay, just multiply them, get the voltage value and place a cell equivalent to that value and get the or place the resistor in series to the voltage source. Okay, so here we do have one parallel combination. The current source is there, also 8 ohm resistor is there. So how to convert the 6 ampere current source to a voltage source? Okay, so 6 into 8, actually this circuit is like this. I mean the combination is like this, 6 amps and 8 ohms. So to convert it, what to do? 6 into 8, 48 volts, and this arrow is towards right. So let's keep the positive terminal in the right side, and a resistor, the same resistor 8 ohms must be connected like this. Okay, so this is the source transformation. The cell and 8 ohm resistor must be kept in series. Okay, so let me replace these two branches and draw the same circuit with 48 volt and 8 ohms. So remember, this 48 volt is having the polarity like this, negative in the left side and positive in the right side. Also this 8 ohm value. See, students usually ask that, is there any order in connecting this cell and 8 ohms? But let me say you that just maintain the series connection between this battery and the 8 ohm. The order is not at all important, just maintain the series connection between them. And now you can see two batteries coming together, and by cell combination rules you can reduce it up. That is, here it is like the negative terminal of 4 volt battery is connected to the negative terminal of 48 volt, isn't it? So here it is 4 volt and here it is 48 volt. So if the same polarities are connected together, let's subtract it. 48 minus 4 is 44 volt and maintain the polarity of the highest battery, that is 48 volt. So this is how you have to replace with this 48 and 4 must be replaced with 44 volt. Okay, I just maintain the 48 volt polarity. So here this is 44 volt. Okay, now let's find out the voltage. Now it is just simple circuitry containing one resistor and one voltage source and 3 resistors. Also one single loop is there. So only one current emerges out from this 44 volt. Let us take it as I. So I is equal to 44 divided by the net resistance of the circuit. So what's the net resistance? 8, 10 and 2, everything are connected in series. So let's add them up. 8 plus 10 plus 2 is equal to 44 divided by 20, that is 2.2 ampere. Okay, so the current passing through this 10 ohm is actually 2.2 ampere, isn't it? And 2.2 amps when flowing through this 10 ohm resistor will definitely give out some voltage. Okay, so the voltage across this 10 ohm is equal to current through 10 ohm. What is the current through 10 ohm? That is 2.2 into the 10 ohm resistor. So it is 22 volt. So 22 volt is the voltage drop across 10 ohm resistor, and we know that AB terminal is actually in parallel with 10 ohm resistor. So the voltage across 10 ohm is equal to voltage across this AB, which is our Thevenin's voltage. So here is your Thevenin value, Thevenin voltage, that is 22 volt. Okay, now our VTH is ready to be 22 volt and the resistance RTH is also ready, that was 5 ohms. So let's draw the Thevenin circuit. 22 volt in series with our 5 ohm RTH, that is 5 ohms. Okay, both are connected to the terminals AB. Here is your Thevenin's voltage. And let me add one more note, that is, if I place a load resistor across this AB, RL, okay, and if I need to get a maximum power across this RL, okay, then the value of RL must be equal to RTH. That is, we get the maximum power out from a load when the load resistor is equal to the Thevenin's resistor. Okay, that's just one idea. It is said along with this Thevenin's theorem, that is maximum power transfer theorem. Maximum power transfer theorem. It states that the maximum power that is dissipated in the load is when the load resistor is equal to the Thevenin resistor of the circuit. So that's all for today's class. Hope you got some idea about this Thevenin's theorem, the reduction part. That is, a big complex circuit can be reduced to a single loop circuit that contains one single battery and one resistor. Many questions can be expected from this part, that is Thevenin's theorem. So if you like the session, please do like, share and subscribe the video. Till we meet in the next class, this is Meenu signing off. Thank you and take care.